So the question says n meetings in one room. So what we need to do here is we need to tell in a meet there is one room given there is one room, and inside that room there will be how many meetings will be conducted. So we are given a start and end time of the meetings. So I will take the first example and try to show it using whiteboard. Before that, I want to tell what this question expects from us. So we will be given start and end time, okay, and we have to tell that how many meetings could be conducted in a room, and there is only one single room, and at a time there can only be one meeting in the inside that room. Okay, so yeah, I will show it on so see, the start time and finish time are given, and these details are given in terms of array. So one a meeting which starts at 1 will end at 2, starts at 3, end at 4, 0, 6, 5, 7, 8, 9, 5 and 9. Okay, and we are given one room. Okay, so this is one conference room you can consider, and we need to tell how many meetings will be conducted here. Okay, so you can yeah, so suppose I will just write this 1 to 2. One meeting will start at 1, okay, and will end at 2. Okay, then another meeting will start at 3 and will end at 4. One meeting will start at 0 time and will end at 6. Another meeting will start at 5, will end at 7. One more meeting will start at 8 and will end at 9. And one more meeting which will start at 5 and will end at 9. Okay, so I have drawn this just to completely understand how things are going to work here. Okay, so see, now suppose if this meeting is started 0 to 6. Okay, now you can see if this meeting is started, you can't take this meeting or this meeting or this meeting. Why? Since this meeting will be ongoing from 0 to 6, 5 this 5 to 7 won't be uh, happening inside the room. Okay, so uh, if we say 8 to 9, if we start this meeting 0 to 6, we will be considering only this meeting to happen after that, and in that case only two meetings will be happening inside our conference room. Okay, now if we go for some other, okay, if we go for the meeting 1 to 2, okay, so we can take 1 to 2 also, we can take then 3 to 4, we can't take this one, we can take 5 to 7, we can take 8 to 9. Okay, or yeah, so in this case you can see 1 2 3 4 4 meetings can be conducted, and we need to tell maximum number of meetings which can be held in that conference room. Okay, so the idea behind is the main logic here is, if we see, if we consider the meeting which ends quickly. Okay, so the meeting which ends quickly, then only we can conduct the other meeting. So this is the logic behind it. So in this case now the finish time is already sorted, so 2 4 6 7 9 9. So what we will do is, so the idea here is we need the finish time to be sorted, so that we know which meeting is ending first. Okay, which meeting is ending first. Now you can see that start, if we sort this finish time, so in this case it's already started 2 4 7 6 7 9 9. you will have to also maintain its starting time 1 3 0 5 8 5. Okay, but now in this case we need not change the start time since the finish time is already sorted. But consider if the finish time is like this 2 4 6 or no, we can say 7 9 9, and the starting times are 1 3 5 0 3, okay wait, 6 9 9, okay. So for yeah, and 8 5. Now if we sort this finish time, the array will look like 2 4 6 7 9 9, but the finish time will remain the same, which is 1 3 5 0 8 5. But you see, this should be corresponding to this start time, but now it is corresponding to 5. So what we have to do is we also have to maintain the start time. Okay, so what we can do is we can simply pair up this. Okay, so if we pair up the same example, okay, so the start is 1 3 0 5 8 5, and the finish time is 2 4 6 7 9 9. Okay, and if we pair up and make a array list out of this, it will be beneficial for us. So if we pair this 1 comma 2 3 comma 4 0 comma 6 5 comma 7 8 comma 9 and 5 comma 9, we have this array list wherein we have sorted pairs of finish time. Okay, and there is one conference room. Okay, this is one conference room. Now what I am doing is, see, anyhow there will be, in every case there will be one meeting for sure which will be held in this conference room, and we have to tell the max number of rooms which max number of meetings that will be conducted in this conference room. Okay, so what I will do, I will traverse this array list. Okay, I will traverse this array list and I will be picking up the maximum number picking up the pairs, and will be incrementing the count. Okay, I will be incrementing the count in some condition. Okay, let us try to find what conditions we will be using here. Okay, so suppose so the 1 to 2, this is the first meeting which will be happening. Okay, 1 to 2, this is the first meeting which will be happening. Now 3 to 4, yes, we can have 3 to 4. Okay, then 0 to 6, will I be considering 0 to 6? No. Why not? Because you see, the end time is 4 and the start time is 0. Okay, so I get the condition. See, if the end time is greater, if end time is greater than start time, then and then only I will be considering. Okay, now you can see in this case the end time is 2, yes, and start time of the next meeting, so start time of next meeting. Okay, next meet. So if the end time of the previous meeting is less than the start time of the next meet, then only we will consider. So now see, the start time is 0, end time is 4. Okay, so is the start time, okay wait, I messed up. Okay, yeah, it should be less. End time is less than start time of next meeting. Okay, now what is end time? 4. And what is start time of next meeting? 0. Is end time is n time less? No, so we will not consider. Now the next pair, which is 5 and 7. 5 7. Okay, now see, is the end time of previous meet less than start time of next meet? Yes, so we will have this meeting. So I will also draw, so that we get to see the timeline. 1 to 2 is possible, 3 to 4 is possible, then 5 to 7, yes, it is also possible. Then we will go on 8 to 9. See, 8 to 9, yes, we can have this, since end time of the previous meet is less than start time of the next meet. Okay, then 5 to 9. 5 to 9, can we consider 5 to 9? No, right? Since there will be meeting from 8 to 9, how can we take 5 to 9? Correct. So in this way we will get the count as 4, which is the max number of meeting which will take place in this conference room. Okay, so let's try to code out. Okay, so I will be needing one pair, so I will make a pair, class pair, and I will take first I will take start. Okay, and I will take end time. Okay, I will also be needing a constructor. Okay, I will take it int start, or I will say int s, int e. Okay, I will say s equal start equal to s and equals to e. Okay, so this is the pair. Okay, so we will be making an array of type pair. I will say pair only. Okay, equal to new pair, and its size will be same as the size of the arrays which is given to us in input. Okay, now let us consider the yeah, so I will be putting this for int I equals to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus. Okay, so I will put this pair of I, pair of I dot start is equal to start of I, and pair of I dot end equals to end of I. So what I am doing here in this, I am making pair and I am putting it. Okay, now what I have to do, I have to sort this pair, okay, based on what? Based on finishing time. Okay, finishing time. So the idea is I need to sort the according to finishing time. I will be sorting them in ascending order. So what's the logic? The logic is simple. I just need to pick the meets which end first. Okay, so I will say arrays dot sort, and I have to make